and gentlemen, we are live! Of course, it's a surprise Friday live show after I guess you could call it a decent preseason game. We did not win, we did not lose, but it was a tie against the Indianapolis Colts, 13-13. A lot of winners, a lot of losers. But mostly the most important thing is the Patriots kind of came out unscathed. A little bit of injuries, not that big of a deal, but overall, there were a lot of positive notes. Like we saw Eli Raridon kind of absolutely dominate. I liked what I saw from Tanner Arkin. J.M. Miller was absolutely kind of showing out during his run of the first half. Land Larison, not really good on the running game, but very good on the passing game. And then, of course, what we're going to talk about most on today's show is, do the Patriots, do they have a kicker problem? Do we got a major problem with Andy Borregales? But, the most important thing is that this week, or I guess next week now, we have a major battle going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. Joint practices and then a preseason game. It's very, very, very going to be personal. And it's going to be intense. And it's going to be feisty. And I'm expecting fights. So get ready for it. But as we start off every single live show, I want you guys to go down in the comment section right now. Shout out your city. We got 22 people watching right now. A lot less than we had watching the live stream last night. I guess a lot of people are just chilling after a game of the preseason. I see DePoet in the chat right now. Tosobi, happy birthday to you, brother. Yeah, 9 points left on the board, DePoet. 9 points. Dimitri, what's going on, my guy? Oh, man, it is. I'm just so happy that football is officially back. I'm so glad that football is back, but it made me want more. It made me want actual football. I'm ready for week 1 of the season already. For football, how we doing? How we doing, man? We got 25 people watching with us. I know a lot of people aren't getting in the chat. That better be Russ. So, Dimitri, a lot of people were saying, they were like, could it be that there is a different long snapper? Because Julian Ashby is hurt right now. He has not been currently on the Patriots practice, and he is injured. So they brought in Nick Laus. And Nick Laus, or Nico Laus, I should say, I watched a majority of the kicks from Andy Borregales. I watched a majority of them, and I kind of thought to myself, well, I didn't think it was a long snapper problem. All the holds on those kicks were fine. Borregales missed a 52-yarder. He missed a 56-yarder. And then he capped it off by missing a 49-yard field goal to win the game. Patriots have an opportunity. They drove down the field. Baron Morton, he did his job. He got you in field goal range. When it's less than a 50-yard field goal, then you kind of expect, okay, here we go. This is when we get to win the game. We don't want ties. No ties here. There's no overtime in the preseason. So it's your time to shine. Kick the field goal, win the game. And what did he do? He missed it. He completely missed it wide left. It was just very, very annoying. And, of course, we're going to talk about it here on the channel. I want all of you to go down in the comments section right now. Grade the Patriots' performance from last night. I better see all 30 people in the chat. I better see all of you guys in the chat right now. A lot of people are quiet. A lot of people are being quiet. Why won't we sign a guy like Kevin Zeitler, says Epic Sports Gamer? We don't really need any options at the guard position. I was thinking, like, okay, maybe we go out and sign Gronky's in Worcester, Massachusetts. What's going on, brother? But they brought in Greg Van Roten for a kind of a workout, tryout to see what happens. Ben Brown went down. Andrew Rupsich went down. So that is kind of the question marks. But they seem to be completely okay. So bullet dodge there. But overall, I think the Patriots are fine at their depth at the offensive line. You saw last night with Tommy DeVito out there, and he kind of had a lot of time to throw the ball. You had Baron Morton. Not a lot of sacks last night allowed, especially with that second unit. We didn't see Caleb Lomu let up sacks. We didn't see Marcus Bryant let up sacks. So it was completely okay. I see Jay Carlos typing his B. I see one corrupt file. Kicker is hugely important. This isn't his first inconsistent game. Loma was fine. I thought there was a couple times where he was a little bit lost, but overall, I thought he played well. I thought he was completely okay. Obviously, First time getting some reps. You're going against the backups of the Indianapolis Colts. It was good. It was good. Grunky May. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate. Do I think Cam Dorner has a shot to make the team? For football, put that down. Hashtag Patriots. Hashtag Patriots. Hashtag Patriots. We, of course, are going to have our mailbag. We're not a log show today since we got everything pretty much out during the live stream last night, during the watch party, but we're going to talk about it. Do the Patriots have a kicker problem? Do they have a kicker problem? Beautiful for football. Appreciate that more than anything, man, because he looked great. He absolutely looked great. It's only 79% they need a kicker. I say 80. Yeah, Nestforce. Yeah, exactly. But we got our kicker problem. That needs to be addressed because Andy Borregales was playing really, really, really bad last night. And, of course, we got our mailbag going on, answering questions for Patriots fans from a Patriots fan like myself about the preseason game. What do you expect for the next upcoming games? We got against the Philadelphia Eagles and then against the Cleveland Browns, and then we open it up. Guess what? We open it up in about a month against the Seattle Seahawks, and that's going to be when all the marbles are in, every single one of them. So it's going to be a little interesting going into this year. We got our mailbag. Don't forget it towards the end of the show. And right now, I'm not seeing many people in the chat. I'm not seeing a lot. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Chris Clark. So go down in the comments section. Hashtag Patriots. Every single question that you have from last night, go ahead, answer it down in the comments. Every question that you have going into joint practices next week, down in the comments section. For the future, who's going, who's rising, who's falling? You guys got to answer that down below. If we want to have a mailbag, we got to get our questions in. And right now, we only have one. Only one. Narfoot. I think that's how you pronounce it. Narfoot. How do we have a kicker problem? You could ask that with hashtag Patriots. Also for you, Grunky May, how much do you think the conditions were a part of the first string not playing or none at all? Use hashtag Patriots down below. Retype that question in. 22-13 was supposed to be, yeah. I wouldn't say send Andy packing right now. Right now. Striving skate. What's going on? How we doing? I didn't see you last night. Trav. I'm not going to say that, Trav. But what's good? What's good? A little surprise live show for us. I wanted to get a mailbag out for you guys because it was a late night. So I was just like, you know what? We'll do it tomorrow. We need to get our make him or better kicking or find someone else. Can they do better kicking? You were there yesterday? Hey, beautiful. Haven't heard that word since the 90s. There we go. A lot of people starting to tune in. 40 people now in the chat below. I got you. Hey, as long as you tuned in, bro. Right on cue. Oh, man. But like I said, guys, we need questions for our mailbag. We don't. Yeah, there we go. Ashley Mitchell. Beautiful. How do you think Gabe Akis did last night? Oh, beautiful question. A great question, One Corrupt File. I thought that was a good one, too. Jesus, what are we putting in? They're making me laugh. Trav, you're 47? I would have guessed that you were like 35. That would have been my guess. I thought you were like 35. So big surprise for me. You learn something new every day. Yeah, I could have swore you were like 35, bro. I'm only I turned 29 in less than 3 months. 30, 35, same shit. Same shit. Just turned 30. Yeah, I turned 30 next year. I'm not ready for it. Oh, man. I got you, DePoet. Not this. Bro, once you turn 30, like, I'm preparing for myself for next year. Next year, I'm like, it's over. It's over for me, man. It's completely over. I'm out trying to go out to the bars every weekend, trying to enjoy myself, and then next year it's like, all right, time to go, time to relax. Because once I see 29 on the dating profile, I'm like, eesh. For me, I'm like, eesh. Zach Sandler, when do you think the Patriots will sign, or when do you think Gonzo will sign the contract? That's an interesting question. Mario Yoshi, wait till you hit your 40s. I try to keep myself in shape. Get Nike grill shoes. I just got a pair of basketball shoes. prime years Tim deal? I hope so. Mike Burdett, good question. That's a very good question. Because if you didn't notice, Kayshon Boutte was also playing some snaps last night. He was also playing some snaps, and he didn't get targeted at all. I know it's Tommy DeVito, but Tommy DeVito didn't even look towards his way, so that's the very, very interesting part that I have. I got a pair of LeBrons. And Nestfor's New Balance shoes are in now, bro. They're back. They're back. They're back. So I would disagree. I would disagree now. Like, people are wearing those out in college now. Wearing them out in college, so that's a little bit interesting. But got a good show for you guys today, and we got 40 people in the chat right now. So how about we get to about 25 likes? Can we get to 25 likes, and then we'll start the show? So go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. If you're just joining us and you're watching on your phone, if you're like this, turn it this way, and then click that thumbs up icon. And once we get to 25, there we go. Exactly. Smash that like button. Who do the Patriots play next? The Philadelphia Eagles. The Birds. The disgusting Birds. We got a joint practice. I will say this. I don't give two bleeps about the preseason game next week. I don't care what happens. The game is on Saturday. I do not care if we win or lose that game. It does not matter to me. I care all about, are the Patriots going to win this joint practice? Can we, while the starters are playing, because we're not going to see Drake May much. I don't know if we're going to see Drake May even in the preseason game against the Eagles. I have no idea. I don't know if we'll see the starters. We might not. We might see them for a drive. But during that joint practice, it is going to be starters on starters. You're going to have Quinyon Mitchell against A.J. Brown. You are going to have, hopefully, Gonzo on the field. You're going to see this defense go up against Jalen Hurts, and I want to pick that ball off 5 times, and I want Drake May to throw the ball all over this stinking team. I want to put my foot down the Eagles' ass, and I want all of their fans to sit there and cry because they are losers. I can't stand them. They're whining and crying. Drake May said, it's not my job to keep the wide receivers happy. You know what's going to keep the wide receivers happy? Winning. Winning. And the Eagles fans are like, just wait until A.J. Brown gets mad. Shut the hell up, dude. Why don't you worry about your own freaking team? It's so freaking annoying. It drives me absolutely insane. I think that was just a joke, Grunky, because I don't know if you saw towards the end of the game, like that last drive, the entire Patriots crowd was screaming, we want AJ, and then Drake May was waving his towel, and AJ Brown comes up to him, gives him a little hug, and then tries to hype up the crowd. So, I don't know. I hate the Eagles because I grew up there. So, that's why. I can't stand them. Oh, it was crazy. The tarps were off for football. The tarps were off. It was awesome. I was like, what is going on here? Why is everybody taking their shirt off? And then it started with one little section, and then it became a bigger section, and then it became multiple sections. It was crazy. It was unbelievable. Yeah, when we lost to the Eagles in the Super Bowl, it's the worst day. Dimitri, appreciate you tuning in, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, I hate them for multiple reasons. Yeah, bless up, Dimitri. Bless up. Will might light? I don't know. We'll see. Not yet, anyways. It says Caveman Slayer. All right, we got to 31 likes, so let's get into our first segment because we got to talk about it. Hi, Searle. We got to talk about the kicker situation with the New England Patriots. And I know some people want Andy Borregales gone. And some people are like, stay calm with it. I'm kind of in the middle. So we're going to talk about what the problem is. What's up, Joshua Smith? How we doing? Got to put my glasses on. Chris Clark, I don't wear glasses, but sitting in front of a computer all day, my eyesight for long range is terrible. It's terrible. But we're definitely, what did JOD? Ooh. Oh man. All right. I don't want my twin brother cut. I don't want my twin brother cut. But let's talk about it, guys. The kicker dilemma that the Patriots have with Mr. Andy Borregales. So there was one big loser of the Patriots versus Colts preseason game, which ended in a tie. And that's Andy Borregales, who missed not one, not two, but 3 field goals on Thursday night. So that bears the question, do the Patriots have a kicker problem at the helm? Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports, presented by Prize Picks. I am your host, Brett Alper. And we dealt with this last year when it comes to kickers, but Andy Borregales, he did not look good on Thursday night. He missed a couple, missed more than a couple. 2 for 5 from the field goal line, 1 for 1 in extra points, and he made a 52-long field goal. But 40%, that is bad. He missed 1 from 56, I think it was. He missed 1 from 52. And then after Baron Morton literally clutched up ice in the veins, drove the Patriots down the field into field goal range to set up a 49-yard field goal, Andy Borregales misses the field goal. And the Patriots tie. So there might be a big problem at our hands, and the Patriots might need to address it before we get to the season in Week 1 against the Seattle Seahawks, because you need to have a good kicker in this league if you want to win. So before we break it all down, I'll ask you guys, do the Patriots have a kicker problem right now? Go down in the comments section, give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no. I'm going to say it's right in the middle, but I won't lie. I was very, and I mean very, surprised at Borregales' performance on Thursday night. I did not think he was going to come in and miss 3 field goals. Granted, I didn't think he was going to come in and miss 1 field goal, because if we go back and if you watch some of the videos, we've recapped every single training camp practice that we had. Andy Borregales has been on fire. Like right here on August 11th, Andy Borregales goes 5 for 7. And granted, you don't have to be perfect. You're going to miss some field goals, but both of the misses coming from 50-plus yards. So 5 for 7 is actually really, really good. But then if you go back a week before, guess what? Andy Borregales was perfect. And it said one of the under-the-radar performances is that Andy Borregales has barely missed all of training camp. He was 7 for 7 during a practice, including makes from 49 and 54 yards out during a 2-minute drill. So the pressure was on once you got on that 2-minute drill between practice. And there's a huge reason why they did not bring a kicker in. It seems like every single year the Patriots have always had 2 kickers. You guys remember last year when he was going up against John Parker Romo. There was a kicker battle going on. But this year they said, well, we really trust Andy Borregales. I mean, for hell, he made a 50-yard something field goal against the Buffalo Bills in Week 5 to win the game. Like, we had confidence in him. So that's why they didn't bring a kicker in. So now he goes into Week 1 of the preseason, and it feels like his confidence is lost, and he doesn't know what he's doing out there because he missed not 1, but 3 field goals. Like, I get it. He has been money throughout camp. He has been making every single kick that he has in practice, in training camp, in joint practices. But it's different once you get into a game setting. You don't have, 70,000 people screaming and yelling, giving the pressure on an actual game situation. And Borregales talked about it. Like, they asked him, hey, are you changing anything? Is anything going on here? Like, are you doing something differently going into this games that you're going and doing last year? And he said, no, I just got to go back to work, watch the film. I'm definitely not trying anything different, but it's just going back to the basics. So if he's not changing anything, why was he missing these field goals? And Mike Vrabel, he wasn't happy either about it. And, I mean, was anybody truly happy about it? Because when you see your kicker, who's the only kicker on the roster right now, which we'll go into on the later of the show, what free agents are even still available, Mike Vrabel was not happy. And he said, I have 3 messages, or 3 of them. And talking about the 3 field goals that he missed. I don't have a message for him. We're expected to make them. That's pro football. The Colts were banging them in from 60 yards and have 2 kickers on the roster. He knows he has to make those. And this is not the first time that he has struggled throughout his NFL career, his very short NFL career. So that's kind of like Well, this has happened before. Let's hope it does not happen again. And we'll go into what he did last year and just how he could probably get better at making field goals in just a second. But first, we got to talk about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. You know what? Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports, and football is officially back. Well, if you guys watched the live stream last night, I went 0 for 3 in my lineup. Not good. Not good, but it's preseason, not the actual thing. Just wait till the football season starts. But you also have big golf tournaments. Baseball is underway, going through the playoff push, postseason push. You got motorsports this weekend on Saturday out at Richmond. And, of course, you got your season-long lineups as well. So that's what we're going back to since we have no New England games today. We got the more on A.J. Brown on his receiving yards at 999.5. We got the more on Drake May passing touchdowns at 24.5. And we got the more on Travion Henderson rushing yards at 699.5. You guys can make a lineup just like that one, guys. The app is super easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and then lock in your lineup. Then there's a new user offer, and it's a new offer. Play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use code HMA when you sign up. That's right, PrizePicks just switched up their offer. So there's no better time to join, lock in, and win that first lineup. That's code HMA at sign up to get $150 in bonus lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. All right, let's take a look at just what Andy Borregales did last year. And I found this quote from an article about Borregales, and this is what happened. He missed a pair of extra points during week 2 against Miami last season, but he didn't miss an extra point for the rest of the year, finishing 53 for 55. He was money. Then he went 27 of 32 on field goal attempts last season, good for 84.4%. He was 23rd among qualified players in field goal percentage and tied for 15th in made field goals. He's made all 4 of his attempts from 50-plus yards. So he missed 5 all last season. And just last night, he missed 3 of them. That's 3 out of the 5 that he missed in one singular game. So that has to make me believe that it's not a nerves thing, because once you miss 2 extra points in a single game, your confidence got to be shot. But he bounced back, and he came right then and was a great kicker the rest of the year. So I think Borregales will bounce back. But I do think that they should bring in another kicker. I don't know if they should sign one, but they should definitely bring some guy in to push Andy Borregales. And Mike Vrabel, he 100% agrees with that, and he talked about it last night after the game. He said, I'm sure we're going to talk about it and see where we're at the kicker situation, but I'm not going to make any decision tonight. But again, we're going to have misses. We're going to have mistakes. And everything we do, we just need to be able to come back. And that kind of perfectly explains everything that happens. Like, yeah, you're going to have misses, just not 3 of them. So I'll ask you guys, should the Patriots go out and sign a kicker? What do you guys think? I think they should definitely try someone out. But you guys let me know down in the comments section. Give me an S for sign or a K for keep. I know a lot of you people are going to be wanting to cut him, especially after last season. But there's just one problem with signing a kicker. There's no one available. There are not many kickers available. And the free agent kickers that are available, not that great. You could bring back John Parker Romo. I mean, you could bring him in, give him a little workout, kind of see what happens. I mean, he had the kicker battle last year with Parker Romo. Then you have Graham Gano, and Graham Gano's fine. He's just 39 years old. Daniel Carlson has been a regular with the Raiders for the longest time that I can remember. And then you have Younghoe Koo. And if you don't know who Younghoe Koo is, guess what? Younghoe Koo is the guy against the Giants, against the Patriots, where he literally kicked the ground before the field goal. So that's a big problem. But I have the perfect scenario. Don't sign somebody, but during practice, bring in a kicker for a workout. Because if you bring in a kicker, then the pressure gets heightened for Andy. Because right now, it's just all sunshine and rainbows. He's like, oh, this is my job. I ain't getting cut. There's no one else on the roster. I got no competition. I'm chilling. Well, if you bring someone in, guess what? That's a big, big problem. But if you take a look here this is a Titans kicker, Joey Sly. I mean, he used to be a former Patriot, but he says stop working out kickers. Why? Because he was 4 for 4 last night with 3 over 50 yards. And that's kind of funny because during training camp for Joey Sly, he has been sucking. So the Titans said, all right, we're going to work out a bunch of kickers. We're going to bring some guys in. We brought in Younghoe Koo, John Hoyland, and John Parker Romo. Kind of put a little pressure on Joey Sly. So then what happened once they got into the game? Well, Joey Sly in that joint practice, he went 6 for 6, making field goals after they brought in some guy to work out. Then once you got into the game action, Joey Sly made every single one of his field goals. So maybe trying to do the same exact thing that the Titans did for Joey Sly. Light a fire under Andy Borregales. Put the pressure on. Have him bring a guy in and have a little competition because, hey, if he has that competitive side to him, then if he can handle it, he will be money. And he's like, I ain't losing this job. I'm making every single kick that I can perform from now on. And then the Patriots are going to be just fine. And I think they're going to be just fine. I got trust in Andy Borregales. After that kick he made against the Buffalo Bills, I got all the confidence in the world that he is going to be fine. So, but we'll have to wait and see next week, because you're going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. And I guarantee you, if it's 4th and 3 or 4th and 2 from about the 37, 38-yard line, they'll probably kick a field goal instead of going for it, just to see how Andy Borregales will handle that pressure, handle that situation, and see if he can handle the kick. We'll find out next week. And of course, we're going to be live for that game next week. We're going to be live. I'm probably going to go live for joint practices. I'm probably going to go live and we'll react to it live. So make sure you guys hit that sub button so you don't miss out on a single thing. And as always, let's go Pats. Make Drake kick. He's good at everything. Junior Galvez just go for 2 points half the time. That's not the scenario there, though. That's not the scenario, because what if you're set at 4th and 5 in the fourth quarter, you're down by 3 points, and you need a kick? You're at the 34-yard line, and you need a kick. It's 4th and 5. It is down 3. You're not going to go for it. You're going to line up Andy Borregales, and you're going to try to kick that field goal. I got trust in him, man. I got a lot of trust. Adam Botkin. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is. Caveman Slayer says, I hate when kickers try to finesse the post instead of going down the middle. I disagree and I agree, Caveman. And the only reason for that is because you can't just go down the middle when you're on the hash marks. So if you guys know, like on the left side, sometimes you're on the hash. On the right side, sometimes you're on the hash. So you have to line up and you got to aim it. It's even worse in college. The hash marks for the NFL, I think, are 5 yards apart. And I think the hash marks in college are 10 yards apart. So that's why you see so many college kickers. But college kickers also suck. So it is what it is. Why doesn't any other team do the tush push? Because the tush push is hard. You have to have a great offensive line, and you got to have a quarterback that has a lot of weight on their thighs. And I hate Jalen Hurts. I think he's terrible at throwing the ball. But guess what? He could squat 600 pounds. So you give him the ball and you push him right behind, he's going to make it through. Maybe we try it with Reggie Gilliam. Maybe Jared Wilson can handle it. I don't know. But we tried it last year, and we sucked. We sucked at it. So it is what it is. Michelle, what's going on? How we doing? How are we doing? It's also wind speed. Yeah, throw Will Campbell at kicker. Maybe he's good at something. Eagles will not make the playoffs. I hope not. Chris Clark says, who do I got at Richmond? I mean, Austin Dillon has won the last 3 races at Richmond. They're having qualifying right now. I actually have it on my computer. Where is it? Let's see. I literally have it on my computer right now. They're in commercial break. Oh, wait. No, it's over. Let's take a look. Who got the pole? Ryan Blaney got the pole. I would probably... I'm going to go with Hamlin. I think Denny gets it done. Or, you know what? Logano can get it done. Wilfork is surprisingly good at basketball, too. Dude, Vince Wilfork is one hell of an athlete. One hell of an athlete. Tony Mitchell, I might have to apologize to you. I'm not going to do it yet. But your Gonzo takes might be right. Your Gonzo takes might be right. So I might have to give an apology to you. Because I haven't done a video on it because I've done so many Gonzo videos and I'm fatigued by it. But the more and more stuff that comes out and the reason why, like, seeing all this, it might seem he might get traded next year. Who won the race, Chris Clark? Drew did. Your boy Drew won it last night, so he gets the A.J. Brown jersey. He gets the A.J. Brown jersey. And also our guy Dragonard, whenever he emails me back, I got his email, he's going to get one of the A.J. Brown shirts that we have. He's going to get one of the A.J. Browns. Nestforce, what are the odds? I say 40%. This year, 0. This year, 0. But if we go into week 1 and Gonzo doesn't have... So if we go into week 1 and Gonzo does not have his contract extension, then I say it goes up to 20%. Then if we get to the trade deadline and he doesn't have an extension, then it goes up to 40%. If we get to the end of this season and he doesn't have a contract extension, I would say it goes up to 60%. Because if you're not giving him a contract extension, now, why are you not doing that in the first place? Why are you not giving him a contract now? So why would you do it then? Like, it's like, I want to wait and see. What do you got to see? What do you got to see, man? Like, Gonzo can win Defensive Player of the Year this year, and I still don't know if the Patriots will give him that extension. And For Football said, hit the nail in the coffin. It's because Robert Kraft is so freaking cheap. He is so cheap. I was looking back at the Patriots kind of contracts. I was looking back on all of them, on the highest paid people that have gotten contracts. And I don't know if I've missed one, and if you guys in the chat want to tell me, like, if I missed a guy, but there are only 2 players in Patriots history that have gotten over, like, $90 million or $80 million, $75 million on a contract. Yes, there's been players that have made $30 million a year, like Tom Brady made $25 million a year when all the way back in the day when $25 million a year was crazy. But he was also only on a 2-year contract, so it wasn't long-term. Gonzo wants long-term. There's only 2 players that I can think of that I went out and searched who have gotten more than $75, $80 million in a single contract. And one of them is Milt Williams. Can anybody in the chat guess who else got $100 million? Can anybody guess? I'll wait and see. We have Milton Williams, who got the highest paid Patriots contract in NFL history. Randy Moss. Albert Hainsworth? I don't think so. Let me see. Because he did sign that massive contract. But that was with Washington. No, so here I have it right here. So, Tony, you said Albert Hainsworth. So, Albert Hainsworth did sign that $7 million, 7-year, $100 million contract with Washington, but then they reduced his contract down to $1.5 million, and then we cut him that same year. So, no. Squirmy, you're good, bro. We still got our mailbag going on. I don't see anybody say Gronk. Nope. I looked. Gronk signed like a $70 million. Gronk signed like a $70 million contract. Moss, I don't think so either. You're missing out on one guy. No, I'm talking a long-term $100 million contract that the Patriots gave out. Can you guys name it? Nobody's gotten it so far. So Randy Moss signed a 3-year, $15 million contract with the Patriots. Revis, no, I'm saying, guys, $100 million. Like, I mean, if I say how many years it is, it's going to go away. You're going to get it. How many times have the Patriots given out a $100 million contract? They've done it twice. They did it to Milton Williams, and there's one other player. Exactly, Ethan. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. It is not Edelman. I think Edelman signed in 2013 for like a $45 million contract. Chris Clark, Gonzo hasn't. Think you need a hint? Trav's going to guess. I'll let Trav guess. I'll give you a hint after Trav guesses. There's a little Patriots trivia going on. I'll screw you, Chris Clark. No, Alexander, it is not him. It's not number 81. Nope, it is not. It's not Vince. Let's see. I want to know what Vince Wilfork's contract was. Vince Wilfork had a Moonspell. Got it. Moonspell got it. Shout out to Moonspell. Shout out to Moonspell. Yeah. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? You knew, yeah. Yeah. So literally in 2001, before the season and before he got hurt, Drew Bledsoe signed a 10-year, $103 million contract with the Patriots. 10-year, $103 million contract. It was the largest contract in NFL history at that time. But he was making $10 million a year. So, it seems like a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money because it was 10 mil, but it was still at the time crazy. Exactly, Ethan Wood. It worked out. But it's kind of crazy to think that the Patriots signed Drew Bledsoe for $100 million and they got rid of him after a year. But yeah, only Drew Bledsoe and Milton Williams are the two guys to make $100 million for the Patriots. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So that's why it kind of has me questioning, are they going to sign Christian Gonzalez? And I don't know. I truly don't know. I hope they do. I want them to sign it, but Kraft has to stop being cheap. Trav, it was Bledsoe. It was Drew Bledsoe. Give away a bottle of his wine. Is it good wine? I'm not a wine guy. Not a wine guy. Creighton, how many questions do we have? 62 cents, Alexander. I'll take the money. Money. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so the largest contract that, if I look, Tom Brady contract. The largest contract, no, I don't care about his Fox contract. The largest contract that Tom Brady ever signed, if I see right here, Tom Brady signed in 2010. He signed a 4-year, $72 million contract. And then in 2013, he renegotiated that contract for 5 years, $57 million. And then after that, he restructured his contract and signed a 2-year, $41 million contract. And then in 2019, he signed a 1-year, $23 million contract. So yeah, Brady made $230 million in his career on the Patriots. He made 87. This is the craziest part. Tom Brady, in 20 years with the Patriots, made $230 million. In 20 years. With 3 years with the Buccaneers, he made $87 million. He made almost half of that in 3 years. Yeah, he didn't care about that, DePoet, and that's why, I respect him, and I will never truly hate him. Chris Clark, there are many reasons. There are many reasons. Yeah. He was due for a big contract, and he didn't want it, and they restructured it to be 1 year. And that was when the questions started coming. Is this Tom Brady's last year of football or the last year in New England? And nobody believed it. Nick Wright looks like Squidward. Nick Wright's really good at his job. I'll give him that. Also a really nice guy, and he loves to gamble. And that's me too. Dakota, they have the same agent, and I think they're trying to do the same exact type of thing, and it's just not working for both of them. And it hasn't been signed. It's a problem. It's a big problem. I got this pimple right here. It's really annoying. We got enough questions? And we have the two plants. I'm starting to really think that, Trav. They don't want to pay both, and they know that they're going to pay Drake's $270. Squirmy, AJ Brown does not make a lot of money. Like, I don't think you guys realize, because I was looking at this either yesterday or today. I've been looking at it a ton. No bumpy ride? Hey, that's good. So, A.J. Brown's cap hits are not a lot of money. So, A.J. Brown is due the Patriots owe A.J. Brown $7 million this year. $7 million. That's the cap hit, $7 million. Next year, the cap hit is only $11 million for A.J. Brown. To put that in perspective, Milton Williams' cap hit is $24 million. It's going to go up and up and up. And to put it even more perspective, next year, A.J. Brown's cap hit is $11 million. Ramondre Stevenson's cap hit is $10 million. So they're making about the same amount of money. Then in 2028, it goes up to $18 million. They'll be 31. In 2029, the Patriots owe A.J. Brown $24 million. So they're not making a lot of money. Like, the reason why is because when he signed that contract, he was due at signing $51 million. So the Eagles paid him a ton. A ton. I hope so, man. I hope so. But let's get to the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Flagg, what's good? James DeLuca, what do I need to relax about? Alexander, what's good? Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it. James DeLuca, go Ram Jam Miller. Put your question in. Will Bill go over or under 500 at UNC? I don't know. I just don't care about UNC football, man. They might release some guys that have a third role. What's up, Charlicia? How we doing? UNC below. Chris Clark, the UNC guy, is saying it. He's saying it. But Nestforce, I was fine, bro. I was good. I was a little buzzed at kickoff, and then it just kind of went. I was good after. I'm exhausted. I'm not gonna lie, because I got home at 12:30 or 12, and then I got into bed, and then I woke up at 8. You heard me, Chris Clark. You heard me. That's great. Oh, Jesus. I can hear. So we're in a different studio today because a lot of the other guys have preseason games, and I am next to Broncos Breakdown. I'm right next to Broncos Breakdown, and Moose just went live. So if you want to go into his chat after this one and go talk your shit, please do, because I'm going to go stop. Ice cold Heineken's Moonspell. I'm more of a liquor guy. I like my liquor. But enough of that talk. Let's get to the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. It is officially 6 o'clock on the East Coast. And I got to go work out and get my Mike Burdett. And get my weekend started. So, exactly, El Moose! Boo, Broncos! Boo! All right, let's get this started. Even though we started the mailbag, guys, does not mean you do not get into the mailbag. Keep asking your questions, but we're going to get this going. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports, presented by Prize Picks. I am your host, Brett Alper, and we got our weekly mailbag going on, and this time it's after a football game. The New England Patriots tied with the Indianapolis Colts 13-13, a tie. So we got some things to talk about, some good things and also some bad things. But I'm more important, I'm looking forward to this week. Because it's game week against the Philadelphia Eagles. We got the joint practice with the biggest losers in football. The biggest, and I mean biggest. Their fan base is the worst. The worst. Crybabies, obsessive, losers. It's game week. I want to be the biggest hater on Chat Sports for this loser fan base. So go with me down in the comments section right now. Spam your F Phillies. Spam it down below because I'm going to be all on Twitter talking my trash non-stop. They're like the X. Actually, I'll talk about it later because we got a little picture for you down in this video. But let's get to the questions, shall we? For football. Great question, man. Do you think Cam Dorner has a shot to make the team? I wish. I really do. We're here in Chat Sports Studios in Dallas, which is 20 minutes, 30 minutes from North Texas, University of North Texas. That's where he went to college. And I was talking to people that went to North Texas, and they loved Cameron Dorner. They absolutely loved watching him play football. So now that he was on the Patriots, I was like, okay, let's take a look at this guy. He can route run. He can catch the ball. Against the Colts, literally on Thursday, had 2 great catches. It was a 50-yard bomb. Catches it on the back shoulder with a guy draped over him. Gets called back, unfortunately. And then Tommy DeVito goes right back to him for a 20-yard gain. His route running is great. His speed is great. His hands are great. There's just one problem. We got too many wide receivers. Way too many. Kyle Williams scored a touchdown. He's a lock. Efton Chisholm looked great. He's a lock. You got Pop Douglas. You have 7 wide receivers. There's not enough room. Not enough room here on the roster for Dorner. My hope is that when the Patriots do eventually, unfortunately, cut him from the 53-man roster, is that he is available to be on the practice squad. The only problem is I have a big feeling that somebody is going to claim him because of how good he can be for this team. But if someone gets hurt, he's my first guy I'm having to step in and filling that role for. I hope no one gets hurt, but if someone does, that's the first guy I'm going to, and that's Cameron Dorner. He has been absolutely awesome throughout camp and the first preseason game. Appreciate your question for football. Dimitri, do you see the starters playing next week? I don't know. I would say maybe. I think they should. I think you should at least get 1 or 2 drives in the preseason, kind of get the rust off a little bit. I don't want to see Drake May go into week 1 against the Seattle Seahawks, against the Super Bowl champs, the guys who beat us, and Drake May is rusty. I want him to get some game-like kind of experience on his belt this year. It has been 6 months since we have seen him on a football field. So if it was me, I would definitely play him next week. I'd play him a drive. I'd play all the starters 1 or 2 drives. Just get them warmed up for a game. So we'll have to wait and see. I hope they do. But knowing Mike Vrabel, he's not going to let us know until probably Thursday or Friday when the game is on Saturday. Appreciate your question, Dimitri. Mike Burdett! Why do you think Matt Collins took so many snaps last night if he's already a lock for the roster? I mean, you kind of have to, bro. You got to think that the Patriots wide receivers that they have, and you don't want to be playing your backups of the backups for 4 quarters. You really don't. You got to think Nick DeGennaro, Cameron Dorner, and then you're going to have Kyle Williams and also Efton Chisholm play a couple. But that's just 4. You need someone else. And I think Matt Collins is the reason. He's the veteran. He's going to play a little bit in the preseason, which is completely okay. He's probably the 5th guy on the roster right now. But you don't want to play your 4 stars. They're just not enough. You can't sit everybody. You're going to have to play some. And we saw Kayshon Boutte play a little bit last night as well. Now, you probably didn't notice because Tommy DeVito didn't target him one singular time. So that's I wouldn't think anything bad about it. But Matt Collins, he looked solid. He looked really solid. Appreciate your question, Mike. Gonzo Department, please find him and sign him for the love of God. Who impressed you the most during Thursday's preseason game? There's one guy who I was impressed with more than anything. And I will say, it is not going to show up on the stat sheet at all. And you're not going to see this on the stat sheet, because there isn't many stats. But Eli Raridon looked awesome. He looked really, really good in his first kind of reps of NFL football. And when you take a look at what he did I guess it was Thursday, we're recording this on a Friday, when you saw what he did against the Colts, well, he had 2 catches. One for 25 yards. That got called back, unfortunately. But then he had another catch for 8 yards. And he also had a couple catches where you saw, or a couple of times where he was open, and neither of them could get him the football. 1 catch for 8 yards. Reception of 8 long yards. Yeah, it wasn't too much, but it was everything else that he was doing on the field. That was really, really, really good. And we're going to get more into Eli Raridon, why I was so impressed with him, in just a second. But first, we got to talk about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. You know, Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. And now football is officially back. Oh, thank goodness. Now, I did do terrible on my Prize Picks lineups on Thursday night with all the preseason football going on, but you can bounce back with golf tournaments. You can bounce back with baseball. And you know I'm going with motorsports this Saturday, or I guess it would be already over now as we're recording it, but motorsports every single weekend. But we got the season-long projections for Prize Picks. We got A.J. Brown, the more on his receiving yards at 999.5. We get the more on passing touchdowns at 24.5. And we get the more on Travion Henderson on his rushing yards at 699.5. You can make a lineup just like that one, guys. The app is super easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and then lock in your lineup. And we got a new user offer. It's a new offer. Play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use code HMA when you sign up. That's right. PrizePicks just switched up their offers. So there's no better time to join, lock in, and win that first lineup. That's code HMA. Sign up to get $150 in bonus lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. So I want to show you guys these 2 pictures from Thursday's game. And you can see Eli Raridon. He is number 82. So all the way in your left screen on the line of scrimmage. That's it. So you see that guy, that Colts player. He is getting blocked by Eli Raridon. Okay, this is a single play for Jam Miller. He blocks that guy, takes him out of the play so he can't get tackled. Then you go to where the later play develops. And I wish I could show you guys this video, but I can't. You see Tanner Arkin there in the line of scrimmage right there. But that guy all the way in the back left corner of the picture. That is Eli Raridon pushing that guy out of the way so Jam Miller can get an open hole for a wide open gain. A big gain. Big rushing yards for him. That is what I was impressed with for Eli Raridon. I was impressed by his route running. He was open. A lot of times the quarterback couldn't get him the ball, but I was impressed with his blocking ability. I was really, really impressed of how he was able to open up holes for the offensive line, open up holes for Lan Larison, for Jam Miller, and that's just something that we are going to use a lot more this season. You're going to see a lot of jumbo package, like that play right there. Eli Raridon was on the field as well as Tanner Arkin. Those are 2 tight ends. We are going to use that 12 personnel. We are going to see a lot of Raridon. So he can catch the ball and he can also block as well. So that is something big that I'm looking forward to going into this season. But I got a question to ask. Will Eli Raridon take over as tight end 1 this season? Will he pass Hunter Henry? I'm not 100% sure. Might be overreacting just a little bit. But in one singular game, we got something there, and we found a gem in the 3rd round with Eli Raridon as our tight end. You let me know down in the comment section. Give me Y for yes or M for no. Dakota Goodwin. Do you think Jam Miller is taking over that running back 3 spot after his performance last night? He definitely caught my eye, to say the least, but either way, that spot is absolutely wide open. So when you take a look at what Jam Miller did, and he had a lot of rushes for, I think it was about 50-something yards, he looked good on the run game. He was the best runner on the field. and he runs with aggression. He's a bulldozing back, has good vision. But when you look at the passing game, he didn't do anything. He had 0 catches for 0 yards. Then you look over to Larison, and that's when it's like, okay, he was terrible on the offensive yardage game when it came to the run game. He was bad. And what I mean bad, but then when you look at his passing game, he had 6 catches for 38 yards, basically 40. So pick your poison here, because you can clearly tell that Jam Miller is way better of a runner, of a downfield classic running back runner than Larison is. But Larison is a way better pass catcher in the backfield than Jam Miller is. So that's where you kind of have to ask questions of pick your poison. Which one do you want more? Do you want the runner or do you want the pass catcher? That is going to be what the Patriots look at and what they determine who they are going to pick for that running back 3. And if they pick Jam Miller, they want more of a running back style who can be a downhill runner. If they pick Larison, they want more of that pass-catching back. But I still think it's very much wide open. But I was really impressed on what Jam Miller did Thursday night. Appreciate your question, Dakota Goodwin. Ashley Mitchell, how do you think Gabe Akis did on Thursday's game? I think Gabe Akis was fine. He looked aggressive. He looked like he fit. But there was multiple times where he looked a little bit lost out there. And I kind of understand that. I mean, he missed OTAs. He missed minicamp. He missed rookie minicamp. He missed a little bit of training camp. But now he's back on the field. You can see the potential in Gabe Akis. You can see the tangibles. You can see the athleticism. You can see just the true talent, but he's raw. And as you kind of develop him, I see him getting better and better and better. He forced an interception on Anthony Richardson on Thursday because he got to the quarterback. When he uses his brute force, he gets to the quarterback. But you need to coach him to get a little bit better. You need to find more techniques, just NFL-type games or NFL-type techniques, and that's where Gabe Akis is going to thrive. Right now, it feels like he's got a little bit of room for improvement, but the talent is there. We just got to teach him how to use that talent. So that's where I stand on Gabe Akis. Appreciate your question, Ashley. Squirmy! At this point, what's Gonzo's trade value? What do you think, and what player is worth him, and what player would you be satisfied if he was traded for? That's a good question. I would say 2 first-round picks. 2 first-round picks? I mean, there's no player that I would take for Christian Gonzalez. He's the best cornerback in football, and it's not even close. Well, it is close. It's Pat Surtain, Derek Stingley, and Gonzo. But after everything that I've seen in his contract dispute, and we're getting closer and closer to the season where we are literally, it's just not happening. I'm starting to kind of convince myself maybe he will be traded. Maybe it will happen. But I wouldn't be satisfied with anything if you traded Christian Gonzalez. You're getting rid of a all-pro. You're getting rid of one of the best cornerbacks in football, and I'm not okay with that. I want the Patriots to give him the contract extension that he deserves. But the Crafts are being cheap. Simple as that. It's very, very annoying. Appreciate your question, Squirmy. Mr. Trav. I had to put it on the mailbag for you. Why are you so handsome? Yeah, I think you're talking about me here. But I love you, Trav. Appreciate you joining the live streams every single time. We like to have fun here over at Patriots Today. Appreciate your question, Trav. Hendo your business. What are you looking forward to most about Joints versus Philly? Whoo! I can't wait for this one, man. I've been waiting months to just get on the field, getting ready for specifically this joint practice. And what I'm looking forward to the most is to shut their, I'm not going to curse, their freaking mouths. Because all I've heard is about A.J. Brown this, A.J. Brown that, A.J. Brown this, A.J. Brown that, A.J. Brown this. I'm ready for him to just shut them the hell up and have him go off. I don't care if it's practice. I don't give 2 shits if it's practice. I am ready to see him make people touch earth. I am ready to see him go off against that overrated secondary of, Quinyon Mitchell's fine. He's fine. I need them to just be humbled because every single person on Twitter, on social media is talking. There are a bunch of losers on Twitter, specifically like that Thomas Peterson guy, loser. That guy like that Hurts, loser. They're obsessive, and it's so annoying. But I can't wait till A.J. Brown does something to the defense like this. He made Sauce Gardner touch ground. He made him touch the floor, touch earth. caught on a comeback route, and everybody's talking about it. And Eagles fans, they didn't say anything. They didn't say a single thing. Not a thing. But then once Drake May said something, they're all over it. But they claim they're not obsessive. They claim they don't care. It's personal. This is 100% personal. Like, as much as fans don't want to say it, they don't want to say it at all. This is 1,000% personal with these two teams. These two teams are going to hate each other. These two fan bases are going to hate each other. It is very, very, very annoying. And I got the perfect tweet to describe it, because this is just one of the many Eagles fans that are out there still tweeting. What is it? August, as of this recording, August 14th. It is August. It is the 8th month. A.J. Brown got traded 2 months ago in 2 weeks, and they're still tweeting. So, like I said in this tweet, they can't get over it. They're the guy who can't get over their ex breaking up with them and upgrading to a better dude. It is unfreaking believable how much they talk about A.J. Brown. It is unreal. Unreal how much they do it. And I can't wait to shut them up. Now, if we don't, I'm going to get blitzed so bad, and I'm going to take the heat for it, but it is what it is. But what are you guys looking forward to most in joint practices? Because I'm looking at A.J. Brown. I'm looking at Drake May. We haven't seen him much in preseason, but joint practices are basically preseason now. You're getting live reps with other teams. So you let me know down in the comments section what you are looking forward to most about joint practices, because it's going to be an exciting one, and I can't wait for it. I really, really can't. Make sure you guys hit that sub button. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for our mailbags. We do this every single live show, and we got games now. So we're going live for watch parties. You're not going to want to miss out. Hit that sub button right now, and as always, let's go Pats. Where am I? There we go. How low? They were just happy about Mekhi Lemon, but Mekhi Lemon is hurt, Trav. He's hurt. He's hurt. Brady Holcomb, love you, dog. Love you. Tim Deal, with all the talk of Booty being traded, could there be a possibly wide receiver on the bubble? There's no wide receivers on the bubble. I would say maybe Efton Chisholm and Kyle Williams, but after last night, I just think we're keeping 7 wide receivers. That's all I think. I think we're keeping 7 wide receivers. I 100% think we're keeping 7 wide receivers. Yeah, Santos. Yeah. Yeah. I try not to, but the Eagles, they piss me off way too much. Way too much. Brady Holcomb, you had me, man. You had me, and then you lost me. What game am I looking forward to, Moonspell? I think it's going to be a loss. I hope it's not. But I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, that's so annoying. I can hear that. I can hear them. I can hear those Broncos in the background, man. Ugh, Jesus. Ugh. They're screaming. They're screaming. I'm looking forward to the Bears-Patriots game. I'm excited for it. I think you're going up against the only 2 good quarterbacks from that 2024 class, like Caleb Williams and Drake May. You're going up against 2 great coaches in Mike Vrabel and also Ben Johnson. I think it's just going to be an awesome game. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. It's on prime time, Thursday night football. I can't wait for that's probably the game I'm looking forward to the most. And probably the losers that are talking behind me, Week 17 against the Denver Broncos. Primetime games, Trav. Primetime games. But I appreciate it. Graham Gano is almost 40, Brady. He's almost 40. The schedule. I'm excited for it too, Trav. I really am. I just can't. I'm excited for every game, man. I'm excited for every game. Even the Jets game. I'm ready for the Jets game. Mahomes has already passed Aaron Rodgers. Greensboro, North Carolina. Would you go to a game live? It's a little hard, man. How much for a beer bong, Brady? A 50. A 50 and I'll do a beer bong, but we're about to sign off soon. I've been to a Bills-Patriots game. We lost. It's the only Patriots game I've ever been to with a loss. And I was so pissed off. It's the only game. I've been to 15, 16 Patriots games. And the only one I lost, or we lost, was the freaking Bills. 2022, Thursday Night Football. It's the last Patriots game I went to. And, yeah. The first game was opening year against the Raiders, Josh. My first game was Patriots Washington. Because I don't know about YouTube and all that. I don't want to get canceled by saying the name. In 2011, I saw the Patriots in Washington. I went to FedEx Field and watched them play. I was wearing a Woodhead jersey. I was 14 years old. Yeah, I just turned 14. And it was Gronk where he had that diving grab, and he got back up and broke like 4 tackles. Rex Grossman threw for like 350 yards. We ended up winning the game. We ended up winning the game on the field. On the field, it was the Army-Navy game. And so the end zones were just Army and then Navy. I think that was the game. No, because I went to 2 games that year. 2 weeks later, or 3 weeks later, I went to Patriots Bills. It was January 1st, 2012. I went to a game at Gillette Stadium. But I think the game I went to, that Washington game, that was the game that Tom Brady and Bill O'Brien got in that huge screaming match. Brady, I was also at the Patriots-Ravens playoff game. It's the craziest I've ever seen Gillette Stadium. That was the craziest. That crowd, when they were singing, it was the most electric. It was my profile picture on social media for the longest time because I just can't believe I was at that game. And yeah. Sean, Pats fan, you were at 1986. That's awesome, man. But that's not awesome that Andre Tippett broke his leg. Patriots legend, Hall of Famer. Do I have flashbacks from the Super Bowl? I mean, yeah. I try to just get over it. Thankfully, my basketball team won the NBA Finals. So that kind of helped. I'll let you guys talk it out, Joshua and Chris Clark, before we sign off. Too bad she doesn't exist, Trav. I'm single. Yeah, I crash out a lot, Squirmy. There was no crash outs last night. There was none last night. Twin Peaks. I've never been to Twin Peaks. Relax, Joshua. Relax. Enjoy the game, Brady. I've been to Chris Clark. I've been to Tilted Kilt. If you've ever been there. Hooters is overrated. Hooters is overrated. Their wings are so mid. Their wings are so mid. I hate Crash It Out. I hate getting angry. I lose my voice. I sweat. I'm right. All right, guys. All right, guys. I think it's time. I think it's time to sign off. Trav, this is where I sign off. Oh, man. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. All of you for tuning in. We will be live next week. I haven't decided yet. Probably on the day the Patriots play. Probably the day the Patriots play the Eagles in the joint practice. I'm so distracted by everything right now. Get your emails or something. Type your emails in, Joshua and Chris, or go find each other on Facebook. Shouldn't be hard. Or I'll facilitate everything on social media. I'll facilitate everything. But appreciate you guys for watching. As always, it was a day after a Patriots game, and all you guys still showed up. So I appreciate you all. We will be live next week for Patriots against the Eagles in the joint practice. And then on Saturday, we're going to be live for the game. We will be live for the game. So don't miss out on a single thing, guys. We'll see you next week. And as always, let's go Pats.